He was down to just a handful of chips, sitting on the edge of elimination, with the entire poker world watching and doubting. And then, something unbelievable happened. In this video, we're diving into Brian Rast's mind-blowing comeback, a moment so unreal that even poker legends were left speechless. How do you go from almost busting to winning $7.5 million? Let's find out. Let's start from the beginning. Brian Rast was born on November 8, 1981. He grew up to become one of the smartest minds in poker. Today, he lives in Las Vegas, Nevada, the city of lights, luck, and high-stakes games. In the online poker world, Brian wasn't just any player. He went by the name Czarist on both Full Tilt Poker and PokerStars. That name became well known in poker circles.
My name is Brian Rast. I'm a poker player living in Las Vegas, Nevada. And in the 2011 World Series of Poker, I won 2 bracelets.
But here's the thing. Brian didn't play tons of tournaments online. He was mainly a cash game player. He didn't join as many big events as other pros did. In fact, he played a little in 2007, then again in 2016, and not much in between. Even with fewer games, he still crushed it. Back in 2007, he finished third in the Full Tilt Poker F-Tops main event. That one score gave him over $114,000. Then in 2008, he did it again. He came in third in the Sunday Million on PokerStars. This time, he won $73,490. Wait, there's more. In 2016, he placed third again. It was a $2,100 scoop tournament, and he won $155,600. That's right. Even when he played less, he still made big money. He also helped others learn. Brian made training videos for new players. He worked with sites like PokerVT and Run It Once. So he wasn't just winning, he was teaching too. But not everything was perfect. Let's be real. Before 2010, Brian had some struggles. He partied too much. He lost money playing online. Life wasn't always smooth. Still, he didn't give up. Even during the rough patches, he kept competing. In 2012, he finished 6th in the big one for one drop. That was one of the richest poker events in history. But no one knew what the future had in store for him. A victory so epic, no one saw it coming. Yet every poker fan secretly hoped for it. Then came 2013. He won the WPT 5 Diamond High Roller, another huge win, another boost to his growing legend. So, what does this mean? Before 2015, Brian Rast had some ups and downs. He battled tough times, but he also proved he was one of the best. And just when people thought he might be done, something wild happened, something no one saw coming. Let's jump to 2015. A brand new tournament was announced that year. It was called the Super High Roller Bowl. And guess what? The buy-in was $500,000. That's right, $500,000 just to sit down and play. Now here's the fun part. Only the best and boldest players entered. There were 43 players total, and they built a massive prize pool, over $21 million. The event was held in Las Vegas at the fancy Area Resort and Casino. All eyes were on the tables. Every hand was big. Every chip mattered. But no one expected Brian Rast to take over. Let's talk numbers. The top 7 players were guaranteed a piece of the money. But the winner would walk away with $7.525 million. That's one of the biggest prizes in poker history. Brian made it to the final table, and from here on out, things got crazy. The final table began slow and packed with talent, but it all came down to 2 legends, Brian Rast and Scott Seiver. The game started cautiously. Everyone wanted to avoid an early exit. But by hand number 39, the action picked up. Seiver raised with pocket 7s, and Eric Seidel shoved with ace-queen. The flop gave Seidel 2 pairs, aces and queens. But then came the turn, a 7. Seiver hit a set and eliminated Seidel in 7th place. Seidel still earned $860,000 and crossed the $25 million mark in career earnings.
Phil had been bothering me to go to Brazil. I'd never been to Brazil. And Phil, well, not bothering, but it's Phil and I hung out a lot. We were good friends. I kind of met Antonio after.
As the tournament progressed, Seiver's chip stack kept growing. He knocked out Timofey Kuznetsov next when his set of 9s beat the top pair. Then he sent Connor Drynan packing in 3rd place. But Brian Rast wasn't going anywhere. He had stayed patient, avoided big risks, and picked the right spots. Slowly, he chipped away at the competition.
The guy I talked the most poker with. which is kind of funny to people back in the day because we were like very different with our styles, but probably ended up helping us both out because he had a much
By the
more,
time it was heads up, Rast versus Cyver, the entire room was watching. Two elite professionals were playing for the $7.5 million prize, a championship ring, and a place in poker history. Cyver held the chip lead. Rast had the momentum. That lead didn't last long. The turning point came in hand number 173. Cyver raised to $380,000 with pocket fives. Rast, holding ace-9 of spades, responded with a re-raise. Cyver shoved all in. Rast took a moment, considered the situation, and then called. It was a classic coin flip, a small pocket pair versus two overcards.
Scott Seaver has nearly a 3-1 chip deficit now. Focus, intensity, and skill.
The flop changed everything. It came 9 high, giving Rast top pair. Cyver needed a 5 to survive. The turn was a king. The river was a 6. No help. With that, Brian Rast won the pot, the match, and the entire tournament.
And this could get pricey. Both these players have very strong hands for heads up.
Brian makes it more expensive.
All in.
Scott shoves the rest of his... And the 6 on the river. Brian Rast is the first ever Super High Roller Bowl champion.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He didn't just win. He dominated when it mattered most. Rast took home $7.525 million and became the first ever Super High Roller Bowl champion. That win pushed him into 11th place on the all-time money list at the time. It wasn't just about money. It was about how he did it. After falling behind, he fought back with control and precision. His comeback against Cyver wasn't lucky. It was earned. After that career-defining moment, Rast continued to cement his legacy. He kept competing in high-stakes tournaments and added more victories at Aria's High Rollers. In the same year, he finished 5th in the Aussie Millions main event, adding another $248,893 to his record. But Rast's story didn't begin or end with the Super High Roller Bowl. Back in 2011, at the WSOP Poker Players Championship, he had faced off against Phil Hellmuth, one of the most decorated players in history. Rast came out on top then too, beating Hellmuth heads up to win the title. Years later, he knocked Hellmuth out of the Poker Masters as well.
The bracelet.
It means a lot more. I mean, the first bracelet was a $1,500 event. Pot limit hold'em. You know, there were good players in the event, but the competition definitely wasn't as fierce, and you know, the notoriety isn't as much. Like, people weren't able to watch the final table. It just, everything about it, the atmosphere, everything is different. So
Pretty massive, considering it was his 3rd time to be in that situation. Did you get a sense of that?
Beyond the felt, Rast took his experience and began teaching others. He joined poker training sites, shared strategy videos, and appeared in live streams. He became more than just a top-tier competitor. He became a mentor to the next generation. By the time the dust settled, Brian Rast had earned over $20 million in live tournament winnings. He was ranked number 1, won in California, and had secured a spot in the top 10 globally. As for Scott Cyver, the runner-up finish added another impressive result to his already strong resume. He came close to the title and fought hard all the way. But in the end, it was Rast's night. His performance was calm, calculated, and championship-worthy. If you love poker comebacks and legendary moments, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another jaw-dropping hand. And if you want to hear more unbelievable stories from the world of poker legends, click here.